Hi sewing friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome at all if you haven't been here before. My name is Elisa, my channel's name is My Superpower. This video is going to be about my favorite Love Notions pattern, the Sonata Dress. This was my last project for 2022 and also my first project for the new year. I'm going to explain why in just a little bit. This is the dress I'm wearing today, the Sonata Dress. I made this dress before. It was the first pattern I made from Love Notions. I saw it when it was released and I had to buy it right away. I hadn't tried anything from Love Notions at that point. And usually I like to test a new designer, a new to me designer. Love Notion has been around for quite some time. But for me, it was a new designer. So what I like to do is check what they have as free patterns and test those ones before, just to see if I like the fit or the instructions. But in this case, I saw the pattern and I had to have it. I made 2 dresses right away, within a few days. I made a third one that I no longer have because I loved it very much, but I was very happy to give it to a friend of mine. And yeah, I've been wanting to make more ever since. What do I love about the Sonata Dress? I like that it's a very feminine design, I think. It looks very, very different depending on the fabric you use, but also depending on the kind of sleeves you use. I think, that goes for pretty much every pattern, but in this case, I think it's even more so. It can be very casual, but also very, very chic. In the previous versions the first one I've made has short sleeves. This pattern has 4 sleeve options. Sleeveless, bishop sleeves, short sleeves, and flutter sleeves. The first version I made was with short sleeves. The second version I made was sleeveless. The third version I made was with flutter sleeves. Now I made 2 more versions. One of them, the one I'm wearing with flutter sleeves, and the second one that I'm going to show you in just a bit I went with the bishop sleeves because it's a look I've been wanting to try for quite some time, but I never have enough fabric at home. So this fabric I did happen to have quite a lot of, so for that version I decided to go with the bishop sleeves. The Sonata Dress comes in sizes extra small to 5X, so very, very size inclusive. As I said, it has 4 sleeve options, optional pockets. I think I've made only one version with pockets. It has 2 neckline options. You can make it using a facing or lining it. And there are 4 bodice cup options. That's very good for the ones that have a little bit more, are a little bit bustier, like myself. A, B, C, and D bodices. What else? What I love most about this pattern is the neckline. I think this is one of the most beautiful necklines I've seen around. It's simple yet chic, and I really like it. I've made both neckline options. This one, for example, is it's with the lining, but I've made also the one with the exposed facing. I'm going to insert some pictures so that you can see how it looks when I'm wearing it. I made the size extra large. That was the size I had made before, and I have to confess, after Christmas and New Year's and a couple of celebrations, It's a bit snug right now, but I think it's okay. If I'm not going to pretend I'm going to lose 5 or 6 kilos and then the dress will be wonderful. But I would like for it to be a bit looser around the bust area, for example. But you know, so is if it doesn't fit, I'm not going to keep it in my wardrobe or in my closet. So if it doesn't fit, if I don't lose this Christmas weight, I'll donate it. I have absolutely no problem with it. I prefer that someone who likes the dress gets to wear it, rather than it being in my closet for months and months, and I can't wear it. So I made a blue one. This version you are seeing, it's dark blue, navy blue, with really, really small white dots. I made this version using the flutter sleeves option. The fabric is on the heavier side. I think everything looks good, but if you're going to do flutter sleeves, you can see it stands a little bit out. It doesn't bother me that much, but I think flutter sleeves are really suitable for lightweight fabrics with a lot more drape than this one has. But it's okay. I'm happy anyway. The second version I made is, oh, let me tell you a little story about this guy. That was the end of the year, the end of 2022. I had an event I wanted to attend, and I wanted to wear something new, something me made, and I was rushing. I had actually no time to sew, but I was rushing and trying to get it done. And I was hand hemming. My phone rang, and my phone was on top of the table. The dining table, it was Christmas, so there were some candles burning. You can see where I'm going with this. And I had my dress in my hand, and I leaned over to get my phone, or I stood up and leaned over to get my phone. And I started, it smelled like burnt. Then I looked down, and I had burnt a hole in the back of my dress. And not in a spot where you could, I don't know, put a patch on it or just cut it and then, I don't know. So it was really, but luckily I gave up because I was so shocked that I had burnt a hole, and it was right above my ass, my bum. So really, really not a good place to have a hole. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do, but I decided to wait, and I waited until after New Year's, after I came home, because I was at my mother's at the time, and I wore something else to the event. And I decided, I asked for some advice and some help on Instagram, got quite a few helpful tips, and I was able. It was a lot of work, but I wanted it. I love this dress so much. I love this design so much, and I didn't want to give it up. So I ended up opening up the seams. So I took the skirt out, the back skirt out. The dress was almost done, you guys. It was only the hem. That was the only thing that was missing. And then I had enough fabric, so I cut a straight line. I cut the skirt up to the point where the hole was, and fortunately I had decided all Sonata dresses I've made so far, are all on the with the same length, slightly above or below my knee. I'm not sure right now. The height or the skirt length that comes with the pattern. I haven't had to make any alterations in that regard. But this time I decided I had extra fabric, which doesn't happen a lot. So I had decided to make it longer. So that was what saved me, because I could cut the upper part and still had enough, just enough fabric. I think it's a little bit shorter than I would like it to be, but after all, I'm very, very happy that that it worked at all, because, well, I would have figured something out eventually, but I wanted this to look good, and I was not happy with the idea of sewing a patch right above my bum, so it worked out really well at the end. This is the second one I've made. As you can see, this one is in has a color combination. It's the same fabric. I love this fabric so much. I've had it, both of these fabrics I've had for at least, I would say, 3 years, no, longer. My son wasn't born yet. And I like them. I wanted to have them, but I didn't know what I was going to do with them. And luckily, in both cases, I had bought enough to make a dress. I had, I think, 2.5 meters of the blue one, and this one I had, I think, even 3 meters. So I never have 3 meters of any fabric. And this one is even heavier. I think it's wool. It's even heavier, heavier than the blue one. And it's the same fabric, but as you can see, sorry for the lighting, the sun is going down, for the lighting changing. It's the same fabric, but it has, you can use both sides, either side as the right side of the fabric. And one side is orange, rusty orange with black spots, black dots, and the other side is black with orange dots. It's really warm. This one, because of the short or the flatter sleeves, is a dress I'm going to be able to wear in spring and summertime, and maybe, well, with a cardigan I can wear it in the autumn as well, but it's definitely not a winter dress. And but this one definitely is. And as I said, I wanted to try the bishop sleeves, and I had enough fabric, so I did it. But I learned a couple of lessons with these dresses, and one of them I should have known better. Bishop sleeves also, in my opinion, look the best in more lightweight fabrics. It's not as dramatic. It hangs a lot more. But it's I think it's okay. I'm going to show you pictures of me wearing the dress. I decided to go with orange on top and black, the reverse side on the bottom. I serged the bottom with black serger thread. So I was planning on turning it over and stitching the hem, but I don't think it's necessary, because the outside fabric of the skirt is black, my serger thread is black, and it looks really good, really put together. If I were to turn it under and to stitch it, it would be a bit bulky or bulkier, I think. So I'm going to leave it, at least for now, I'm going to leave it like that. I really love this neckline. I think it's the best feature of this dress. Again, another lesson learned. My former 3 sonatas were made in fairly lightweight fabric. So these ones are the heavier ones. This one is the heaviest. And these fabrics need, I think, a little bit more. Maybe the ones I used before had a little bit of stretch in it. So this one is also a little snug. But as I said before, I've eaten, I ate a little bit much at Christmas. So if I lose a little bit of weight, and I'm not going on a diet because of the dress, it's just what I need to do to feel better, to go back to the time for Christmas. I think it would be okay. This is a dress I also am going to get a lot of wear out of. I intend to wear it for work. It looks, I think, because of the color blocking, or maybe because of the fabric, I think it looks much more formal than this one, than the blue one. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. Overall, I'm very, very pleased with these 2 dresses. I finished the year. I started both dresses at the very end of 2022. Had that mishap with the blue one. Was traumatized, left them alone until the beginning of 2023, and these ones were the first projects I've made. I hope this is a good sign, a good sign for my sewing year of 2023. Let me know if you've sewn the Sonata dress before. What are your thoughts on this design? And I will be back very soon, hopefully with another video. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you soon. Bye!